Hello, a warm welcome to you on this frosty January day. My name is
Grzegorz Grabowski,
and I represent a channel that I recommend to everyone who love Genesis and Peter Gabriel music, the Grab channel. This time I'd like to introduce you to Jerry Gilbert's interview with the band Genesis, which took place almost 55 years ago, on January 9th, 1970 to be precise. The interview appeared in Sounds magazine, which, along with New Musical Express and Melody Maker, was one of the most popular and influential weekly magazines in the United Kingdom. The weekly was published from October 10, 1970 to April 6, 1991. I think it's worth taking a few moments to listen to what Gabriel had to say to us over half a century ago. I warmly invite you to do so.
Weekly Sounds, January 9th, 1971. Jerry Gilbert interviews Genesis.
Charisma's new baby.
By definition, Genesis is the production of something new, and the group of the same name certainly justify their name. So much so that of all Charisma's array of talent, they are regarded as the baby. The band was formed at Charterhouse School, and despite making an album for Decca, they were wandering in the wilderness when Charisma took them under their wings, gave them a sympathetic and indulgent producer in John Anthony, and an extremely large check to cover the cost of 2 months in Trident Studios. This is exactly what Genesis required to compile the beautiful Trespass, the time and patience to achieve perfection. In recent months, several eminent figures in the music business have acclaimed the group's talents, and now, without doubt, they have come of age. At the famous Mothers Club, they are regarded as the best small band to have appeared there. Their lead singer is Peter Gabriel, who is frantic and aggressive on stage, yet strangely calm and different off stage. He explained, "Since the album was made, we've lost percussionist John Mayhew and lead guitarist Anthony Phillips, who was one of the original 4. We've now got Phil Collins, who actually played the part of the Artful Dodger in the West End production of Oliver Twist. Anthony was very good indeed, but he was getting very depressed going on the road, so Mick Barnard replaced him on lead guitar. We're just about setting down and finding our feet again now." Genesis went into the studios in June, and Charisma thought that they'd taken up permanent residence in Trident. There was quite a lot of tracking, and we spent quite a lot of time arranging songs. Not only that, but there are certain effects you can't try until you get into the studios, Peter explained. Before this group had rehearsed extensively at the Gin Mill Club, deep in Surrey, where they live. And before that, we spent some time in a cottage in Dorking, but built up debts all the time, he added. Peter recalled the formation of Genesis. The 4 of us originally began as 4 separate songwriters in different groups at school. Then we thought we'd combine our talents, so we made a tape that was pushed around to several and pushed back again. We eventually got Jonathan King mildly interested. We'd written 300 songs between us, and no one was interested in any of them until Jonathan let us do a demo session, and we got 4 songs into reasonable shape. This eventually led to the album, and to make that, we began playing together. Then, to make something out of the album, we decided to start working. This album, incidentally, was called From Genesis to Revelation, and like so many debut albums, it was constructed at a drastic speed, not really allowing the group to display their talents. Then followed a worrying period for Genesis, who were left wandering around aimlessly with little predictable future. "I was doing the hustling," Peter recalled, driving round in an old taxi. John Anthony saw the group playing at Ronnie Scott's and was so enthusiastic that he brought down Charisma boss Tony Stratton Smith for the remaining 10 minutes of their act. And this was sufficient to convince Tony of Genesis' musical timbre. We didn't really have an album to record then, although Vision of Angels was already in our stage act, added Peter. This is one of the 6 tracks on an extremely picturesque album where the lyrics are highlighted in the foreground of some fat, melodic chords. Liberal use of keyboards and 12-string guitars captures the mood of the stories admirably. Every structure and every scene has been meticulously threaded together, and to have rushed such a delicate operation would have been akin to imposing a time limit on a famous landscape painter. We've got very little ambition in terms of instrumental techniques. We are more interested in having available textures of sound. I think we are getting more satisfaction out of writing and recording, and we will do that as often as possible. That doesn't go as far as saying we don't enjoy live gigs, but we play very tightly, as we can't always receive the goodness of a song when it is first organized. It's very difficult to get the circumstances and the setup to recreate the sound. For instance, when you create a sound in a rehearsal room, you get a really exciting moment when things haven't got a shape. But we can't always decorate this in a way that completely satisfies us, and on a lot of gigs it'll come out as just the skeleton. But we can grow up a hell of a lot. Jerry Gilbert,